Alright, what's good everybody? It's your boy Akeem and welcome to this vlog. Here to give you a college football preview on the USC Trojans for the 2016 college football year. Clay Helton's entering his second year as head coach, helping the team going 8-6 overall, losing to Stanford in the Pac-12 championship, then losing to Wisconsin 23-21 in the Holiday Bowl. They're looking to try to get back into Pac-12 championship, but they have a new quarterback and who's starting this year, and Max Brown. Now it was highly recruited coming out of the state of Washington. Definitely a good quarterback coming out of high school. Then Cody Kessler took over the helm at quarterback for the past couple of seasons. He's no longer with the team, is now in the National Football League. So this is Max Brown's opportunity to shine. Now he does have some great talent around him. He has good protection in the offensive line, with Zach Banner being a good player in the offensive line and a good prospect for the 2017 NFL Draft. But they do have some great skilled players for Brown to throw to. They have Ronald Jones, Justin Davis, the running backs, who both had over 900 yards on the ground last season. And they do have the return of top-notch wide receiver in Juju Smith-Schuster, who had over 1,400 yards receiving and 10 touchdown receptions. And they have a good player on the defensive unit, Adoree Washington, who is actually second in the team with over 400 yards receiving. And speaking of Adoree Washington, headed over to the defensive unit, I think they arguably have the best secondary in the college football. Is between them, and I like Washington's Sidney Jones and Buda Baker, but they have a great talent as far as overall talent in the secondary for USC, with Adoree Jackson leading the way. They also have great talent in Chad Pettleberg, Chris Hawkins, and Iman Marshall. Let's not forget about Iman Marshall. He did have 3 interceptions last season, so they have some well-experienced help in the secondary. And sticking with the defensive unit, a linebacker that I do like is Cameron Smith with 78 tackles, and he had 3 interceptions himself last season as well. So this team could commit a lot of turnovers with the great help and great speed in the secondary and great talent all around in the offense. We have been seeing a lot of the country's best players coming out of high school to join USC, as well as other schools, but a lot of good speed and skilled players like to become Trojan players, seriously. Now, the scary thing this year is their schedule. Their first game is against the defending national champs, the Alabama Crimson Tide, on September the 3rd. Yes, it's a neutral site, but not really feeling this. Now, have Cody Kessler starting at quarterback, then we're talking. But I don't have too much faith in Max Brown. With no disrespect, even though with great talent, I don't really know how well he will fare. And so far, he's actually a redshirt junior, so that shows that other better quarterbacks have misplaced him at quarterback. On September 17th against Stanford, and the 24th they have to face Utah. To jump into October 15th, that's going to be against a good offensive Arizona team that could pull the upset. November 5th against Oregon, that's another scare. You had the home field advantage with that. Then they have to deal with Washington on November the 12th, and then UCLA, they have to deal with their arch rival, and then on the 19th, and then on the 26th they have to face Notre Dame, who is also in the hunt to make it to the college football playoff. Now this is a very scary schedule. It's really all going to be in the hands of quarterback Max Brown. Some people might disagree with me on this, but I really believe so, because there's just way too much talent around them, and a good secondary, a good experience on the defensive side is really all on the shoulders of Max Brown. He cannot commit turnovers, cannot really make mistakes. Hopefully he will be that good starter replacement for Cody Kessler. Now this is a good, dangerous USC team, but I'm very concerned about the Brown case as far as at quarterback. And because of that, I think they're going to get at least 4 losses this year and not make it to the Pac-12 championship this season, because like I said, I'm not confident in Max Brown yet, but we will see, and it can change my mind as the season progresses. So right now I have to go 8-4 overall for the Trojans. Now the next time I'm going to catch you guys is just in a couple of minutes. I have one more blog going to talk about the Utah Utes. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man Akeem McCall. Be easy.